What's up? It's Carter85, and I'm back with a video right now. And I'm sitting right outside of the AMC right now. If you don't believe me, look. And I'm about to go see the critically acclaimed film, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I've heard only good things about it. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm being a little facetious, everybody. I'm being a little facetious. I've heard that it's not that good. And I've heard that it's not that good. That's all I've really heard. But I love Jenna Ortega, and I love The Weeknd's album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, that he came out with this year. So I'm like, I still really want to see it. But there's something else coming from this that is making me very anxious, and it's the fact that I'm going to this movie alone right now. I genuinely am like shaking. I'm barely shaking. I feel very nervous is my point. Is like my heart is racing, and this shouldn't be how I feel right now. I really should not be this anxious about going to a movie alone. I decided that I wanted to go to the movie alone. I've had a really long day. I worked from 8:30 to 4, and then I was hanging out with my brother for like 4 hours. And so I was just like, I want to have some alone time. And then I was like, I'm going to go see this movie. But I just like feel so anxious right now. The fact that I'm just showing up to this movie alone, I feel like everybody's going to be looking at me or something. Even though I know that's not fucking true, like logically I know like I don't look at other people when they're alone, like I'm not judging them, but it still is like, and even the theater I'm in, I checked the reservations, there's like 2 other people in the whole theater. But it's a Saturday night, and I feel like it's going to be lively here. There's people in the parking lot, and I'm just so fucking nervous right now to even be existing. Like, in a reality where I'm just here alone. I feel like such a loser, but it's what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to do with my time. I wanted to go see this movie alone and have some alone time. But I feel so... These people have been taking pictures for, like, a minute. But I just feel so, like, nervous about being here right now. I don't know. But that's something I need to get over. Am I right, guys? Get over it! Get over it! You can get over it, because we all go over struggles. We all have struggles in our life that we're overcoming. And this is mine. Overcoming? Really? So, I'm gonna go into this movie, and I'm going to enjoy myself as much as I can at this movie. I don't know how good it's going to be. I'm going into it with an open mind, though. I'm not going to, like, go into it hating it. Even though I have seen Trey Edward Schultz's film, It Comes at Night, and I wasn't a fan of that. And so, we'll see. We'll see. But I have seen that infamous scene of The Weeknd being like, shut the fuck up! Shut up! I have, like, stuff to do. Like, hello? I feel like that was even better performance than what I've seen, but maybe in context, you know? And I know Jenna Ortega is gonna do good, and I've barely seen Barry Keoghan in any of the trailers, so I'm excited to see like what his role in the movie even is. So we're gonna keep an open mind and go into it hoping for the best. And I'll see you on the other side. I really hope that I don't have a fucking meltdown in the middle of the lobby of this AMC. Because that would draw even more attention. Am I right, guys? So, I will see you after I've seen Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. I'm also sneaking a Lroy into the theater, because I'm insane. And I'll do anything for Lroy. For Lroy.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I have to go right now. I'm getting calls. I have to catch a flight.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I'll start with, you know, it looks really pretty. It's a gorgeous movie. I was taken aback by a lot of shots in it that, were pretty breathtaking at times. And, you know, the score is obviously great because it's The Weeknd's music. It's literally just like Timeless is in the back of one of the parties. Like, that's the vibe. Guys, this was a fucking mess. Wow! Big shocker! Big shocker that The Weeknd, the guy that starred in The Idol, the guy that fucking... Oh my god. Of course this movie's a mess. And, you know, it is such a fucking damn god dang shame. Because I am upset. I'm just... Let me gather myself. This is one of the more self-indulgent and annoying films I've seen in recent memory. I'll put it at that. And I'll start by the cinematography, which I said is beautiful a lot of the time, is also fucking nauseating. It is a nightmare to sit through at times. And you can argue that it is to reflect like the themes and like what's going on with the characters or The Weeknd in the movie. But at a point, it gets to a point, we can't do this anymore. We can't make our audiences vomit at the sight of all these different moving shots. There's a concert scene at the beginning. One goes on for so long, goes on for way too long, and is just flashing lights at you like it wants you to die. And it is not artistic. It does not come across as like a choice that's being made. It's just like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking pass out. I don't even have epilepsy, and I feel like... And there's literally a warning at the beginning. It's like epilepsy, and I'm like, okay, I like epileptic seizures. I want to have an epileptic seizure in a movie. But not if it's fucking useless. Not if there's literally no reason for it to be there other than for The Weeknd to just aura farm. I've seen people say that he's aura farming in this movie, and I have to admit that it's 100% true. It is so embarrassing at times how much he wants to be cool in this movie and how desperate he is for approval. And it's literally what he's trying to work out in the movie. He's trying to work out his approval, his need for approval of others. That's part of the theming. But he's literally like trying so hard to look cool for people that are gonna see this fucking movie. Chill out. Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Like, alright, I'm just getting into spoilers now, so if you haven't seen it and you like are dying to see it, then go see it, I guess. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's the worst movie I've ever seen. I've seen people going way too hard on it. I think there are redeeming qualities about it, but overall, it is a fucking disaster. And so we're gonna get into spoiler down now. Wicca what? Spoiler down. Okay, sorry about that. So it follows The Weeknd. I did not realize this. Maybe it's probably my own fault, but I did not realize this going in, that he is literally just playing himself. He's not playing a character, he's playing himself. And already, this is a bad mix. This is a disaster waiting to happen. A multi-billion-dollar, I don't know how much he's worth, at least $1 billion, probably, maybe $1 million, multi-million-dollar pop star funding a movie about himself, starring himself. Like, what? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? And it is just, like, I'm in shock. I'm in utter shock of how little this has to say. Oh, she's running. Somebody's running. How little this has to say, and how much I feel like it is so, like, just pointless. So it follows The Weeknd being on drugs and doing, like, coke and drinking a lot on stage. And it, like, the film heavily relies on you knowing The Weeknd, like, as a figure and as a, like, a figure, a public figure. You have to know about things that have gone on. Like, you have to know about him losing his voice on stage. You have to know about, like, his past work and stuff. And so this movie does not work as a contained film. You have to understand the broader context in order for this film to work. And that sucks. You should not have to understand shit about the people making the movie in order to fully, like, understand what's going on in the movie. So he decides to write this movie about his life, not making it like a character study or anything, not really making it like about a person that he could have made up. He could have made a new person that like and projected his struggles onto it. But because he is self-indulgent and wanted a movie about him, he made it about him. That's literally it. So the first half of this movie is pretty much pointless. It's pretty much just following The Weeknd as he's like devolving, and there's this like person that he is like obsessed with, and they won't call him back, and like I fucking get it that it's a metaphor for his fans. I get it, okay? And you're spoon feeding it to me, you're being annoying about it, like I get it, okay? You don't need to fucking keep driving these home. And he's calling his ex, and he's going on stage, and that's the first 40 minutes. We're getting cuts to Jenna Ortega every once in a while. I'm very emotive right now, sorry. Cuts to Jenna Ortega all the time, like, and it's like, oh, it's probably her that's the person that she's talking about, that he's thinking about all the time. And then there's just like this reveal, like, who are you? I don't know. Do we know each other? No. Okay. Did you just want a twist in your movie? What is the actual purpose of that, like, twist? There's no purpose. You just wanted a fucking twist in your movie. A small twist where it's like, oh, they actually don't know each other. Oh, it's actually crazy. And so it feels like it's just like you've just been lied to for the first 45 minutes of this movie. And it's like, but what's the purpose? There's no reason for them to be paralleled at all, except for and also there's multiple shots of him like looking at her in the concert and being like there's clearly like a face going on, and like there's an understanding between them. So there's something like and I get it, it's because they're like connected at the end, like they are like pretty much the same person. It's self-indulgent at the end, but it doesn't matter, and you did not need to do all this. And then I have to get into the fact that Jenna Ortega was even cast in this movie because, you know, The Weeknd clearly wanted a fucking hot-ass woman that could be his love interest. I don't know if that's like 100% it, but it feels like it. And it's especially weird because she's 22 and he's 34. They're both consenting adults. I don't care. It is weird. And the fact that they're playing with this like will they won't they thing, like, oh, are they gonna kiss? Oh, are they gonna fuck? Why are we playing a will they won't they with a 12-year age gap? I'm not interested in that, okay? Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. There's some cool shots. There's a shot of him in the bathtub that I think is really well made, and like there's some tense scenes in it. There's a dream sequence right as Jenna Ortega knocks him out that's like goes on for way too long and is way too self-indulgent, and it's like that is what I can describe this movie as. It's just self-indulgent and annoying, in my opinion. And I think it's pretty at times. I think there is some artistic merit to be had, but it isn't overall just like a music video. There is parts where Jenna Ortega is just singing his songs back to him and being like, Blinding Lights, it's an undeniable hit, but it's actually pretty deep. Shut up. The Weeknd wrote that. He's being like, guys, it's actually deeper than a #1 pop hit. If people would just listen to me. People have listened to the song, bro. People know that it's deeper than that. But you made it go like, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Like, what do you want? What do you want, bro? And, there's so many montages in this movie. It becomes a parody. There are like 20 million different montages. And I'm like, what if we write dialogue? What if we like blended these characters out more? There's like 3 scenes of character development. And I'm like, we could make it maybe 4 or 5 or all of them, instead of just like aestheticizing stuff and just being like, wow, this is pretty. Wow, this shot looks cool. and now it's like blending with all these other shots, and it looks so weird and crazy. Tell me something! Tell me something! What are you trying to say? What are you doing? It's the dangers of fame. It's the caution and the dangers of fame. Bro, like, I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to go there, so I'm not going to harp on it, but hearing a multimillionaire complain about his life is just not something that I think is contributing to the world that much. I don't think that this, like, billionaire guy being like, I'm struggling. Bro, you're number one on Spotify. Like, you can have your struggles, but you are trying to deal with them at AMC. You're trying to deal with them by making a movie and making millions of dollars of it at AMC. Deal with that shit in private, okay? Because there's more important things that I'm not gonna harp on that, but like, just get a grip. And I'm not trying to diminish his problems. Like, he has real problems, I'm sure, that he's dealing with, and mental problems, but like, you know what I mean. I'm just like, go to therapy. And maybe that's not fair. Maybe it's not fair for me to just diminish someone's feelings because they're wealthy. Or I'm not diminishing his feelings, but I'm just saying, like, he should have the right to explore his problems. And he does that on his music. His music is good, and he's exploring his problems there. So why are you making a movie about it? And why are you making it like this? Why are you making it so bad? Am I right, guys? I just can't. And another thing about The Weeknd's acting in this, people talk about how bad he is at acting in this, and I don't know that he's bad at acting necessarily. No, he is. He is bad at acting. And the thing that it is just, I do not think that he is natural in front of a camera. I don't think he knows how to act in front of a camera. I think any scene where he's just trying to look normal, he just looks like so uncomfortable and like, why are you looking like that? Just look normal. He's not built for acting, I don't think. And the scene where he is like, yeah, I got phone calls, like, that is not even the worst. Like, there's so many scenes where he's trying to be more earnest, and it's like, I get it, you can cry on camera, I get it, you can cry, but crying doesn't mean anything if you're not going to do anything with it. Jenna Ortega cries in this movie. She does it as best as she can. I'm not in love with anybody's performance in this movie, but it's just shit like that. I'm just like, I don't know. Genuinely, at the end of the day, just feels like a compilation of pretty images that don't really tell a great story. The story that comes up in the second half of this movie is very boring and Wattpad-y and like, just like a nothing burger at the end of the day. Like, I don't understand why we're spending so much time in this bedroom, and it's not the best movie, guys. It's just not the best movie. I don't think it's the best constructed movie, and I am sorry to say. So sorry to say. I kind of talked about that for a lot longer than I thought I would, but I think I'm just talking about a lot, and those are my opinions, and I hope you can agree or disagree with them. If you disagree with me and you see, like, value in it, then drop it below. Okay, I want to hear it, but if I'm missing something, I want to hear it. But as of right now, not vibing with this one. Not vibing with this Weeknd project. Appreciate you for your last album, though. It was good. That's going to be it for me, though. I appreciate y'all so much. And, like, thank you for watching. I didn't even really, like, double down on, like, how I felt going in. I was very anxious going in. But we persisted, and once I sat down, I was kind of at the front of the theater, so I was a little nervous because there was, like, two other people, or, like, two other groups of friends that were, like, behind me, and so I kind of felt eyes on me for a little bit, but I got locked into the movie, and I just kind of stopped thinking about that afterward. And as soon as the credits rolled, I booked it out of there, and I was like, so, you know, I made it through it. It's not a big deal, I guess, but I got to work on that as well. So that's going to be it for me today. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all are all very cool, and yeah, go watch this and let me know what you think. Maybe don't support it in theaters if you don't want to, though, because you will get sick and throw up. Like, it is a nauseating movie. Just wanted to ride that home again. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. That's really nice, and I'll see you in the next one. Kurtard85 out.